I am starting up a new game, and this time round, having completed the game once on normal, I'm going for hard mode. Obviously I would like to be a hardened player who eats grid-based combat for breakfast. Serve it up, please. So first up we get just a little bit of background. Okay, and here the action starts. I don't know about you, I found the background provided just a bit on the skimpy side. I would have liked a wee bit more detail to make me understand the world, but fear not, through the coming story more will be revealed and you will get a much better idea of what kind of world we're in and what kind of people inhabit it. Haha, we're thrown straight into the action, which is fine by me. This first mission is a very basic tutorial one. It'll give you a first impression of how the game works. Haha. Right, the conditions are clear. And we need to ransack. So we move Zurkov up here, and all he can do is guard, facing forwards. Come on, man, you really want that on your tombstone? You can already see the game has a very humorous vein and a pithy script. Now this is your first introduction to the cards. Pretty straightforward. It's all preset at the moment. You don't get to choose a lot, so let's just have a look. So we see Zodiarcs has 2 cards. Both of them only have a range of basically 1 attack square, and it's crashing down, which is very aptly named. You can always pull up the more info and it'll show you some stats you might find helpful. We see from that Zodiarcs is at level 1, but he's already equipped with a lot of dice and they're all at level 6, which is the max. So that tells you something about how powerful Zodiarcs is. And the officer, by comparison, only has some measly level 1 dice, so he's not really much of an opponent. Okay, so we select the enemy, and now comes the dice rolling stage. The dice provide extra benefits and determine exactly how the attack will play out. Very useful to understand the dice symbols, and it's very well explained. I don't really have to go into more detail, I think. Re-rolling is very important, and you'll see in a moment how that works. So here we have the 4 dice, and they're 3 attack dice, which is the shards, and 1 health, which we don't really need at the moment. So let's see if we can squeeze a bit more attack or a bit of shielding out of it. So we select that one for re-rolling. And no, it stays the same. Never mind. And there he goes. He didn't have a lot of defense. Now, enforcers are a more powerful opponent. They need to be taken more seriously. They have a huge amount of defense, as you can see from the armor. You guys need to work on technique. Got to at least try to sound threatening. He certainly has a way with words, says Zerkov. Yep. And you can control the camera very nicely. You can zoom in a little bit, not an awful lot, but the panning around is absolutely essential for these 3D maps. So we select Zerkov and invade the Enforcer's private space. As you can see at the bottom, we now have a skewer card. Of course we can't use it yet, because it's only got a range of 1 attack square, and the Enforcer's over there. So what we do right now is just guard. As you can see, Zerkov can't get through the defense in his counterattack. The guy's well padded. So what we'll do now is we will do a sort of 2-step dance, going behind, attacking from behind, using the skewer to try and get through the defense. Highlight the Enforcer, and we're hoping we'll pierce the armor with our, and we will, because we've got 2 stars. We've also got some health renewal, which is very welcome. We only need 1 star, so we can re-roll and get nothing out of it. Well, that's helpful, isn't it? And as you can see, we've replenished our HP and done a decent amount of damage. Now he will dance around us and try to do the same thing. It's the impale and skewer dance. Now we can only attack him from the side, but that should be fine. He's only got 1 HP left, so we'll take crashing down. And go with that. How come he's still alive? Probably because I didn't use skewer. So I have to use my precious skewer card. I was trying to save it, but no. And finish him off. And we got a new one. We're getting cards doled out one by one at the moment, so that's really, we have to put up with that. Aha, the highly superior Chief Justice has appeared. Zerkov, he likes his challenge, fair enough. So they've now got us in a pincer move. Let's see what we can do. I think I'll, while the enforcer back there is threatening, he can't move very fast. So we'll go for the faster moving small fry and try and take him out first with a crashing down. That should do the job. He's only got 12 HP. And we're going for all out attack mode. And down he goes. And there is Nami, our heroine. Did you just come in through the window? Well, she is a thief by profession. Aha. Yep, our cover's blown. So we now have Zerkov, who will have to deal with the enforcer, and Nami, who will first have to deal with this officer. And Nami will use her Blitz card. A very basic attack at this stage, no extra benefits. And we really want to go for a balance of attack and shielding, and that's what we get, which is fine. And there he goes. Nami is very, very effective with those little daggers of hers. The Chief Justice, he doesn't know yet what's coming from the back, so let's first get Zerkov to deal with the enforcer. The skewer, we shall skewer him like a kebab. Poor man. Piercing his armor with the 1 star, otherwise it's full on attack shards. Well, that was one monumental hit. So the game is pretty much telling you that backstabbing is a good idea, and you probably know that. Getting in from the side is also quite good. The full frontal attack is more difficult, but there are swings and roundabouts, because if an enemy faces you head on, your defenses are a bit stronger and they can't do quite as much damage. So yeah, you've got to weigh up all the risks and benefits. So we'll get in behind, use our Blitz card, and interesting. We really need at least one attack shard, and we don't get it. It's all defense. But that was enough. He's gone. A daring heist. Ah, there's a third one. Holy crap. Pester always looks a bit sort of slumped over and like he's trying to avoid being hit. I detect a slight note of sarcasm there. Yep, Pester is the lockpick and safe-cracking maestro of the team. That's what he's good at, but he's otherwise highly vulnerable. His defense is not very good. So you can see already how Zurkov has been teaching and indoctrinating in a way his chargers, his young chargers. They're just children, really. So that was the prologue, really, mission 1, and we now start chapter 1 proper with story mission 2, if that's not too confusing. But first, there are always little quiet moments after each mission where you get a bit more in-depth dialogue, and it's a good idea to do that because there's also a trophy tied to that. Who sings for me? We get already a little bit of Nami's predicament and her sorrow. Her mama is clearly gone, and that's all we're getting at the moment. So not a lot, but you get an impression. Of sort of there was a bit of emotion there, I feel. If you're wondering about doing party management, there isn't really much you can do yet. You just have access to the stats, and we can see that Nami and Pester are both level 2 now, with 2 dice slots each and a selection of cards. Each one has a set of attack cards, red, and some green healing cards. The other options are grayed out at the top, so we can't do anything yet. The game is still in teaching mode. A good idea before we're going into story mission 2 is to save progress so far. There is auto-save, but if you want to control your own saves, it's a good idea to hit the save button and do that. Okay, I'll leave it here. Hope you enjoyed it, given you a bit of a taster, first impression. Let me know if you'd like to see more. See you later.